Hello, Cast family. Welcome to my office. Come on in, have a seat. I am so excited to have a moment to talk to you about our upcoming school year. This week has been a great start to our 2026-27 school year. We were so blessed to welcome 296 musical theater students as well as 206 dance students. Many other art students and private lesson students add to our numbers this year. Our staff has grown as well. We are starting the school year with 32 staff members, with 9 of those members being alumni of CAST. There is no greater compliment or vote of confidence than to have former students coming back and joining our team to invest in our vision here. I am so blessed to have these former students walking side by side with me as my colleagues. This year we are starting our 18th year of CAST, but I've had the privilege to teach drama here in Tampa for almost 30 years. That is why I now have the joy and privilege of teaching some of my former students' children. You know, God has brought the next generation of children as well as the next generation of teachers. I believe God is doing some amazing things here at CAST, and I pray He'll continue to shine brightly. We all will shine brightly for many years to come. Our verse for this year speaks of shining our light in darkness. It is 2 Corinthians 4:6. For God, who said, "Let there be light," has made this light shine in our hearts so we could know the glory of God that is seen in the face of Jesus Christ. The very Creator who spoke the world into being, flung stars into space, and commanded the light to shine forth with the power of His voice, has shown the light of His truth into our hearts to enlighten us and open our understanding of the magnificence of God. My desire for CAST this year is that a dark world will see the love of God reflecting in our faces. May they see the light of truth and compassion that He has put inside His children. May it shine and reflect the glory of God. Let me give you an example. The world's largest IMAX theater is located in Leonberg, Germany. It is 75 feet wide and 125 feet tall. This screen is amazing, but its beauty is not the screen, but what the screen projects. The same is with us. We exist to project the glory of God to a dark world. This light that God has put inside of us is for that purpose. May we be the true light that shines brightly in this world in whatever we do and say this year.
Hello, I am Kim Perot. I'm Managing Director. I'm here to talk to you about anything school related: registration, absences, payments, tickets, and more. Wanted to let you know that my office door is always open. You can come in at any time and ask a question. If you don't know where my office is, if you come up the steps to get to CAST and you take a left, you keep on walking, you'll walk right into my office. Let's meet the administrative staff. Sharon DeArmond, Executive Director. Myself, I'm Managing Director. Kim Craig, we call her Kimberly since we both have the same name, is the office assistant. Alicia Clayton is show manager. You will meet her later. And Katie Bonham, one of our new employees, serve team coordinator. You will meet her shortly also. Let's meet our production staff. Caroline Mayer is the production manager. Kevin Hector is the warehouse manager. Tammy Carr is set design, construction, and dressing of the set, and she's our props magician. Will Lopez, set construction. Steve Craig helps with our sound, both off-site at venues and in the school. Marin Massaro, former cast student, is our production assistant. And Mary Connect, costume inventory manager. Our high school instructors are Mrs. Diarman, Miss Caroline Mayer, Mrs. Teal Guilford, choreographer, Melissa Rawls, music, and we have a drama assistant who is former student, and Katie Merritt's a dance assistant, also a former student, and Christina Hilaire is the music assistant. In intermediate, we have Mrs. Diarman and Miss Caroline. Then we have Lindsay Schott. She's the choreographer for intermediate this year. Christina Hilaire is music director again. Sarah Zorn, former student, and now on staff, a drama assistant, and another new employee, Damian Ladd, drama assistant. We also have Aaliyah Tate, former student, a dance assistant, and Bryce Klein returns with us again. In elementary, we have Mrs. Diarman and Mrs. Mayer, who also teaches early elementary. Tessa Nichols is assisting in drama also. Kimberly Craig teaches early elementary also. Aaliyah Tate is the choreographer for elementary, and Savannah Garth is her assistant, also a former student. Christina Hilaire is music director, and Sarah Beth Peterson, a new employee, is our music assistant in elementary. We have many creative arts instructors that teach private lessons and other classes. Megan Cuthbertson, a cast alumna. Art, Teal Guilford dance. Lindsay Schott teaches dance classes also. Katie Merritt is an assistant. Caroline Mayer also teaches stagecraft. Rafael Ramirez teaches strings, violin, viola, mandolin. Vanessa Rodriguez is a vocal teacher. Mary Hauk teaches voice and piano. Christina Hilaire teaches voice and piano. Melissa Rawls teaches voice. Gretchen Ruby, piano instruction, and Bryce Klein also teaches voice. You can register for private lessons on our website. Click on what we do and then private lessons, and you can see any of these instructors' availability and schedule a lesson. Now let's go over some general information for all students. Be on time for every class. Report absences ahead of time. This helps the teachers to plan. If we know someone is not going to be there and we wanted to do a special thing for their group, a rehearsal of some sort, it just helps to know who's going to be there and who isn't. So you can email me or text me and let me know when you won't be, your student will not be there. Please label all personal items. If you're a veteran, you know that the lost and found is a sad, sad thing for me. There's so many things left behind. If things are not labeled, I cannot get them to the owners. And I really like returning people's belongings back to them. Gum is not permitted on the Cass campus. Phones are only used per the teacher's request. And no posting rehearsals on social media is a request of Mrs. Diarman. Behavior. Respect for cast teachers and cast property is expected at all times. Teachers will discipline your student on an individual basis should the need arise. Clothing for class. This is mostly for musical theater classes, dance classes. I sent a form, an information document that maps out for each dance class because there's different ones for different dance classes. It also could be found on the dance portal. Wear modest clothing. No flip-flops to class. That goes for any class. Shoes for choreography rehearsals. Jazz shoe or a clean shoe never worn outside. We have a very expensive hardwood floor in the dance room, and we don't wear shoes that have been worn outside on our dance floor. Character shoes for high school. And there could be show-specific shoes, which will come up later, and those will be told for each show at the time. And I already said, protects our dance floor. Texting. We have many ways to communicate. Text is one. We have an announcement-only text, which means you can't reply to it. It's sent through the active system. You've already seen some of those already, but we will use those. This year, we're not using a conversational text. It was very glitchy and expensive, so we're going to try this for now. Weekly emails and show emails. We send out a weekly email. You should have already received a couple probably at this point. And please let me know if you're not receiving them. Emails is our main form of communication, so please make it a habit to check your emails frequently. And so that they don't go to your junk or spam, if you would save our email addresses as contacts in your address books, that will help. The website and student portals, if you haven't been around the website and looked around there recently, I encourage you to do that. The bios of all our new staff are there. You might to get to know them a little more. Another way we communicate is with the student portals. Some of you have already experienced this already. We put information like on the dance. We have the dance class information. On elementary, they have their music up. Intermediate has their music and audition things up. High school has already had their auditions, the music for the shows, anything show specific. Miss Alicia will be putting them there. So the portals are another one of your friends. And that's our website where you can find the portals. Facebook, we have both a group and the page. That's where you can, in the group, people will post, I have 2 tickets, or where did you get your black jazz shoes, or, do you know, they post questions and other parents can interact there. And the page is our professional page. Instagram, that's our handle for Instagram. We post things on there. Tickets are on sale. Here's a fun show. The kids take over Instagram at showtimes. So these are all our different ways that you can find out things about CAST. Class is closed on these days. Labor Day, for Thanksgiving the whole week, 3 weeks at Christmas, and spring break the week following Mighty Molly. During production weeks for each show, the dance classes are canceled because the teachers will be at rehearsals at the theater. So Miss Alicia will be telling you the show dates, so I'd mark which are your show dates so you know you don't have class that week. Please refer to the calendar on the website for specific class schedules. Some are ending at different dates, so if it's not on the calendar that day, then you don't have class. Season ticket information. become a season ticket holder today. We have limited amount because they're based on first come, first serve. And you can purchase these at open house on Saturday, or you can email tickets at Dearman Cast. And if you're not watching this on your phone and you can have your phone, you could scan that QR code to order your season tickets. The benefits of being a season ticket holder are knowing that you have reserved seats for each show. They're all set already. You can purchase tickets before they go on sale to public. You have vouchers for each show concessions, and it's a tax deductible donation. So another way you can support with not only a tax deductible donation, and support is the secret word. If you click over here on support, like you see that little hand, and then on toolkit, you will see this page, and it gives you any information that you need to find or procure sponsors, start a conversation. We need sponsors every year to make our shows happen. There's a target list where it'll get your brain started about possible people you could ask to sponsor. The one-liner you could download that relates to sponsorship. The one-sheeter tells information that a sponsor might be interested in. The email, if you wanted to email your friends or business owners, there is a whole email there that you can download. And then we also have a PowerPoint presentation. So you could walk them through that, or I'd be happy to do that. If you have any questions, please give me a call. And that ends my portion of this virtual parent meeting. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Katie Bonham, and one of my biggest roles this year at CAST is going to be to help connect you and your family with opportunities and with other incredible people at our school. I know the size of our school can feel a little bit large at first, but it's a really incredible community, and it would be a joy for me to talk with you and help get you connected and plugged in here. What's clearly seen in our classrooms and on stage, and constantly talked about if your house is anything like mine at our dinner table, is how much fun all of this really is. What might be a little bit less well known is how life-giving and fun this can also be for you as their parent. There are opportunities to bring your unique and God-given gifts into our school and help our kids, help our environments, our classes, and our shows just be the best that they can be. Whether you can help restock water cups, sew a patch on a pair of overalls, take inventory in our warehouse, work at our concession tables on a show weekend, cook a meal for our staff on the very long production days, do the heavy lifting of helping to build our sets, or vacuum all of the glitter off the floor at the end of the night. Just like we tell our kids, every single role is so important, and we just wouldn't want to do it without you. The same thing is true for your whole family. We would love to learn some of the things that you are passionate about and how we can ultimately implement them into our school to be better together. My last couple of years in high school were actually the first few years that CAST was established, almost 20 years ago. I made lifelong connections in some of the classes that I took in those years. One in particular, I was actually just on the phone with the other day. She is a brilliant wife, mom, and business owner. She was the maid of honor in my wedding 13 years ago, and it has been such a joy to do life with her. CAST is generational in that way, in the fact that I made lifelong connections and friends in my time here, and now both of my kids attend and have built incredible friendships and connections. I get to serve you in this capacity now because of the incredible vision that Sharon Dearman had many years ago. And we can continue to carry that generational torch forward now by creating intentional environments for our kids to continue to grow and learn about how uniquely and beautifully the Lord has made them. As a bonus, we as their parents, grandparents, and older siblings can also build real friendships and add value to this environment by using the gifts that God has given us. I love to celebrate the unique ways that God has made all of us, and I would love to do the same with you and hear what you're passionate about and to help you get connected in an area that you can build connections, use your gifts, and feel as valued as you really are as a part of our CAST family. Please take some time and fill out the form below. Be as detailed as you'd like about the areas that you might like to serve in, and it would be my joy to use that information to get you connected in a space and connected in a capacity that's just the right fit for you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our final segment of the virtual parent meeting for 26-27. My name is Alicia Clayton, and I have the honor of serving as our show manager. My main focus this year is going to be back of house coordinators, leads, and serve teams. Back of house really is stage door. If you think of that, I'm going to be checking your kids in and out, communicating with you, everything production related as far as hair, makeup, base layers, where to be, when to be there, what to bring. So I'm going to be sending a lot of communications throughout the year. I'm working closely with our coordinators and our leads and our serve teams for costumes, hair, and makeup. I'll be working with the dance class moms as well as set and props. We're going to have lots of different work days that I'll send signups about. I will host our parent production meetings to make sure that you have all the information you need. And then production week schedules and details, I will make sure to get out to all of you. My email is aliciaclayton@drmancast.com. And you'll also see my cell phone number on everything I send out. But if you have not saved it yet to your phone, go ahead and do that because texting me is probably the fastest way to get in touch with me. My cell phone is 813-751-6412, and you are welcome to message me. Just let me know who you are, who your kiddo is, and I'll get you saved in my phone. The first thing I want to talk about is our set warehouse, our costume production room, and our serve team opportunities. Katie just did an amazing job sharing about our serve teams this year. And hint, hint, that was her secret word, serve, if you missed that. So I want to tell you a little bit more about some of the serve teams that I will be working with in supporting our costume and hair makeup coordinators this year. We have Amy Tamayo for our high school costume coordinator. Elizabeth White is our intermediate costume coordinator. Becca Elder is our elementary costume coordinator. And Mary Connect is our hair and makeup coordinator for all 4 shows. Serve team opportunities year round, every week, downstairs in our costume production space. We have already started working on costumes. We have all sorts of levels of expertise and skill downstairs. If you don't sew, don't be scared. I started off because I could hot glue, and now I own a sewing machine. So we also, I feel like, do such a great job of teaching each other how to use different skills. And so the next couple weeks, they're actually having free sewing classes during the elementary afternoons on Wednesdays. If you want to come down and learn how to sew, we will teach you. But maybe you like to paint. Maybe you're just really good at organizing and you could help fold fabric or fold costumes that need to go back in a box. If you like to do hair, if you like to do makeup, if you like to build, you can help Kevin literally build the set. Or maybe you like to paint, or maybe you're good at creating something for a prop. We have so many opportunities downstairs in our warehouse, in our costume space. So not just on work days, but even during the week, you can come downstairs and help us. And then during the productions, during production week, we have a team of people who help us backstage with costumes and hair and makeup. And we usually build those teams based on the people who have been downstairs helping. We realize, oh wow, you're really good at that. You come help us. So that's a great way to just build relationships, build friendships, and learn new skills. The other really important serve team during our production week is our setup teardown team. before we even get to the theater, we have a team who will come and help load all of the set pieces into a huge truck and get those items to our theater. And then we load everything onto the stage and construct our set on stage, set up tables, do all sorts of things before the students even arrive to get ready for the week. And then as soon as the show is over and the curtain goes down, we have a team walk on stage with drills and tools, and they start taking the set back apart and loading it back into the truck late at night after a long week. And so maybe that's the team that you're able to hop in on this year, and you can be our setup teardown team. We are looking for all sorts of people that can help all different days of the week in all different capacities. So on the parent participation form, if this sounds like something you're interested in, you can let me know about these serve teams. If you haven't been downstairs, I hope you'll make it to our open house so you can just come appreciate the incredible space we have downstairs. Our set warehouse is used to build our sets, and then the students actually get to practice down there for dress rehearsals on the set in our warehouse. We also have an amazing costume production room, a wardrobe inventory space with decades worth of costumes, wigs, all sorts of props that we've been able to reuse and just be great stewards of. So if you're interested in joining one of those serve teams, um, even if it's again in that costume warehouse space, maybe you're just really organized and you want to help with our inventory, our database for all of the props and costumes we have down there. There are so many ways that you can help us on these serve teams. As far as just set times during the year, Kevin's going to be down in the set warehouse every Tuesday from 2 to 8. So if that time works for you and you like to build, you like to paint, that would be an amazing way for you to get plugged in. We're also going to host Saturday work days for each of our productions. And so if Saturdays work well for you, you can be watching for those communications. In our costume production room, every week during classes, we have a team downstairs working on costumes and wigs and cleaning and organizing. So if you are at school at DeArmond Cast on Mondays, the high school group is downstairs. On Tuesdays, our intermediate group is downstairs. On Wednesdays, our elementary group is downstairs. And there's going to be times throughout the year that we'll have our dance parents come down and work on costumes and headpieces during dance classes. And we'll also have some Saturday work days specifically for costuming. So we hope that you will get involved. For the safety and security of our students and our families in our set warehouse and the costume production room, we are going to ask that students are only in these areas for specific reasons. So if your student has a scheduled costume fitting, that will take place down in our costume room. If you as a parent are volunteering down in the costume room, we do have an area designated for your kids to sit and play games or color. We just ask that they're not too loud, they're not running around, because we are actively having costume fittings and working on costumes and props. But we have made a space so that if you want to come down and help us and keep your eyes on your children while you're down there, we do have a great little area that they can sit and play with other kids quietly. And then we also have a lot of opportunities for students to volunteer downstairs. So we have several student interns who are downstairs on a weekly basis. And then we have really a lot of siblings when their maybe younger brother is in elementary, they might come down and help hot glue or paint or just put away things. So if any teenagers are interested in helping downstairs, just let me know. I would love to help them get connected on a serve team in the same way that I would love to help the parents get connected. The moment we've all been waiting for, the details about each of our shows. I'm going to give you some information about parent production meetings and production week schedules. Schedules are very important. I love schedules. I color code schedules. Schedules is an important word. For our high school productions, we're going to have Footloose and Fiddler on the Roof. So let's start with Footloose. We are going to be performing at USF on October 29th and 30th. But before we get to the theater, some important dates to know would be September 12th is our set work day. September 21st will be our mandatory parent meetings. I'm going to have 2 different times available at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. If one works better than the other for you on that day, we'll talk about all the details for our production. On September 29th, tickets will go on sale at 9 a.m. At USF, this is a little bit smaller theater, so you'll want to be sure you hop on and get the tickets you need for the right day. And then they will be paper tickets that you'll need to pick up in the office prior to the show, or we will have them at will call at the theater. I do recommend getting them ahead of time if you're able to, just to save you some time in line at the theater. On October 8th will be the last day to submit a cast bill ad for our cast bill, which is our version of a playbill. And then we're not going to have a Saturday dress rehearsal for this show. Instead, we're going to do 2 extended rehearsals on Mondays before we go to the theater. So on October 12th and October 19th, please plan on longer rehearsals on those days. And then on the 21st of October would be the last day to prepay for your individual portraits. That will be the last day to prepay. We won't be able to take any payments late for this production just because of the short week we have and everything we're going to have to do to get ready for it. So make sure you've got these dates saved and you make sure you watch the communications for all those. We will move to USF and start our production week with students on October 26th. And then on October 29th and 30th, we will have 2 shows each of those days. More information will be communicated as far as which students are performing in which shows once the casting is announced, and we're able to get the production schedule finalized as soon as possible for Footloose. Later in the spring, the high school students will also perform Fiddler on the Roof, again at USF. May 20th, 21st, and 22nd are the show dates for that. In April, on the 17th, we will have our set work day. On April 19th will be the mandatory parent meeting, again at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. Tickets will go on sale April 20th. The last day to submit your ad for a cast bill will be April 29th. And then we will have a Saturday dress rehearsal. So please, please, please mark your calendars. May 8th will be a very important day. We'll need all of our students available for this dress rehearsal. We will also have an extended rehearsal on Monday, May 10th. And then on May 12th will be the last day to prepay for portraits for Fiddler. Our production week will begin at USF on May 17th. And then we will have shows on Thursday at 7, Friday at 7, Saturday we will have a 1 o'clock and a 7 o'clock show. Again, you will get more information about casting and details for that production week closer to time. Our intermediate production this year is How to Train Your Dragon Junior. It's going to be such a fun show. We'll be at USF for this show as well, January 28th, 29th, and 30th. Cast A is what we will refer to as our 3:30 start time, and then Cast B will be our 5 o'clock start time. That will be determined by casting in a few weeks. So once that information is decided, then your child will come either for Cast A or Cast B, and that's what we'll refer to for the production. Auditions will be due on August 28th. They will have callbacks on September 1st. And then parts will be announced September 8th. And then at any point between September and January, your child will be asked to come in for different costume fittings in the costume space downstairs. I'll send communications about that. We'll have some initial fittings. There might be some alterations we need to check. And then we always try to do a final fitting before the dress rehearsal. This is an interesting show because part of our production preparation starts before our Christmas break, and then when we come back, we continue. So Our work day is actually going to be November 21st for Dragon. It is the first Saturday of Thanksgiving week, so if you're not traveling and you'll be here, we would love to have you come help work on our set on November 21st. On December 8th, I will hold the mandatory parent meetings either at 3:45 or 6:45, depending on what time works for you. And that day will also be an extended rehearsal for our students. Tickets are going to go on sale December 28th. So that's right in the middle of the holidays. Make sure you have that marked so you can hop on and get your tickets. Again, with USF, it'll be paper tickets that you'll then want to probably come to Kim's office and pick up before the show. January 7th will be the last day to submit a cast bill ad. And then please, please, please mark your calendars for January 16th. That is going to be our Saturday dress rehearsal. It is a holiday weekend, but we really, really, really need all the students there that day to practice in costume with the set, with props. So please go ahead now and mark your calendar. Tuesday on the 19th, we will have an extended rehearsal as well. And then on the 20th will be the last day to prepay for portraits before production week. On January 25th, our production week will begin at USF. I will provide an important detailed schedule for that closer to time. But once you know if your child is in Cast A or Cast B, that does at least let you know what shows to mark. So on the 28th, Cast A will be performing at 7 o'clock. On the 29th, Cast B will perform at 7 o'clock. On the 30th, Cast B will perform at 1 o'clock and Cast A will perform at 7 o'clock. The following dancers will be in the intermediate show. We have Jazz 5, Intermediate Jazz, and Intermediate Ballet. We are going to ask on the parent participation form for any moms who are interested in supporting us in this area during the year as a dance class mom to help with any embellishment that we need on costumes. We might need to make headpieces. We may need to coordinate some extra help backstage for some of the shows. For the older groups like this, it's usually a little different than the younger groups, but we do want to have a dance class mom to at least help us with costume support throughout the year. So if that's something you're interested in, you can let me know on the parent participation form. For our upper level jazz classes, we will determine the theater casting, and then that will inform Cast A and Cast B for our dancers. So the Monday intermediate jazz parent meeting, I will be there on December 7th to fill you in on details about production week. And then for the Thursday Jazz 5 and intermediate jazz class, we will have our parent meeting on December 10th. It could change, but right now the plan is on January 19th. We would have a dress rehearsal at Cast for possibly all the groups together. But pay attention to the production schedule. As I said, that may change. For production week at USF, we know for sure we bring in all the dancers that Wednesday, but we may ask you to come in Monday or Tuesday also. So just pay attention to the details once that production schedule is released. And then your shows will be based on if you're Cast A or Cast B. For intermediate ballet, same thing. On Monday, December 7th, we'll have our parent meeting. And on the 19th of January, you'll have a dress rehearsal at Cast is the plan. Pay attention to production schedule as far as what days you'll need to come to USF for dress rehearsals and then for shows. And our elementary production is always our largest production because so many students are involved. It's so much fun. This year we're going to be back at Center for the Arts at River Ridge for our elementary production. And again, it falls during Easter weekend. So we will have shows on Thursday. We will not have anything on Good Friday. And then we will have shows again on Saturday. So March 25th and 27th are the shows for Mighty Molly. If your child is in the 1 o'clock elementary group, that is Cast A. If they are in the 4 o'clock elementary group, that is called Cast B. And same for early elementary. If they are in the 12:30 class, that's Cast A. And the 3:30 class is Cast B. On September 23rd, the teachers will announce the parts. It's such a special day for the kids to just celebrate each other and get so excited about who they're going to be in the show. And then at that point, at any point between October and March, we will have elementary and early elementary students downstairs at different times for their costume fittings. So I'll send information about that if we need your child to come before or after class to try on something or to check alterations. It's always really fun and gets really exciting once they get their costume on. February 20th will be our set work day for Mighty Molly, and on February 24th, I will hold mandatory parent meetings at all different times during the day, so I will have more information about that closer to time. February 25th, tickets will go on sale. March 4th will be the last day to submit a cast bill ad. And then another really, really important date for elementary musical theater students, so not our early elementary, just elementary. We are going to have a Saturday dress rehearsal on March 13th. And I know March can be a little tricky sometimes. We have different schedules for spring break, but please go ahead and mark off Saturday, March 13th as a very, very important day that we're going to need students at CAST. And then the next Wednesday, March 17th, will be the last musical theater class for our elementary and early elementary groups. So they will come to CAST one more time for a final rehearsal with their class. And then that same day on the 17th will be their last day or your last day to prepay for portraits for Mighty Molly. Production week starts March 22nd at River Ridge. I'll provide a detailed production schedule so you'll know what day and time you need to come. Cast A is going to perform Thursday at 1 o'clock, and Cast B will perform Thursday at 7 o'clock. Then we will all take a break on Good Friday. We will come back on Saturday, and Cast B will perform at 11 a.m., and Cast A will perform at 5 p.m., and then we will all help clean up and get out of there so we can go home and celebrate Easter the next day. The following dancers are going to perform in Mighty Molly. We have pre-dance, combo 1 and 2, jazz 1 and 2, jazz 3 and 4, ballet 3, point prep, and point 1. These are the groups that I am so excited to have dance class moms join our team this year and really support us in making sure that all the costumes are ready and headpieces, and we have plenty of moms to be backstage during all the different performances. So you can be thinking about if you want to watch on Thursday and help backstage on Saturday or flip-flop. We want to make sure, especially with all of our younger dancers, that we have plenty of moms backstage to help them and just be with them while they're backstage waiting for their turn to go on stage. So if you're interested in that, if you could please let me know on the parent participation form. I'm going to go ahead and get all these dance moms to help me out throughout the year. We'll measure for costumes and make sure that everything is ready to go. We really appreciate you helping us out and just helping build relationships and community and being part of that serve team. For a lot of these groups, the information will be the same. So for pre-dance, we will let you know about Cast A versus Cast B once the theater casting takes place. But your dance parent meeting will be on February 25th, and then you will have dress rehearsal at CAST on March 18th. We will have more information about production week itself closer to time, but for sure, we bring in dancers on Wednesday, the 24th. We may bring them in another day as well, but all of that will be on the production schedule closer to time. For combo 1 and 2 and ballet 3, we will also let you know Cast A or Cast B after theater casting takes place. We will have a dance parent meeting on February 25th. Your dress rehearsal at CAST will be March 18th, and then there will be more information on the production schedule. For sure, you'll need to be there on Wednesday the 24th. all of our dancers do perform in 2 shows, so we will have all of that clarified for you as soon as we know the different casts. Jazz 1 and Jazz 2, as well as Jazz 3 and 4. Depending on the day that your class meets, you will have a parent meeting either the 24th or the 25th of February. Your dress rehearsal will be either the 17th or the 18th of March. And then again, we'll let you know on the production schedule, but that week of production week at River Ridge, you will need to come for some rehearsals and you'll have shows. And then point prep and point 1. Again, Cast A and Cast B will let you know once we get all the theater casting done. You will have a dance parent meeting either the 24th or 25th. You'll have a dress rehearsal either the 18th or 19th. And then we will have rehearsals at River Ridge and shows. So a few final reminders as we wrap up and get ready for an incredible year at Cast. We are so excited to host another open house on Saturday, August 29th. We're offering 3 different sessions and asking that you RSVP for one of those sessions. So you can come either at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock. You can come meet our teachers. We have so many new, incredible teachers this year. We would love to just connect with you. You can tour the building, see the classrooms, go downstairs, see the warehouse, see the costume area. Know where you'll go when it's time for a costume fitting, meet our costume coordinators, meet all the staff. Maybe you want to buy season tickets or you need to pick up a Cast sweatshirt. So lots of opportunities on Saturday, August 29th. We will also be doing some games and some giveaways. So if you could, be sure to RSVP by Friday, the 28th, and let us know if you're going to come at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock. And then finally, one of the most important pieces of information we can get from each family is the parent participation form. And so we're asking each family to fill it out by Monday, August 31st. This is going to help Katie and I especially get connected with you, help you get connected with a serve team that you're interested in being a part of. We have more families this year, I think, than we've ever had before, but that also means we probably have more areas of connection and support than we've ever had before. So we really, really appreciate you filling this out as soon as you can so that we can get connected with you. You can scan this QR code. It'll take you to the form, or there will be a link that you can click after the video. But if you could please fill that out for us by Monday, August 31st, we will get connected with you as soon as we can. And then before each production, we will get information out as far as specific ways you can support us for each production week. But we are so excited about another incredible year. Thank you for being part of the Cast family, and we can't wait to see you soon.